We have mainly three types of sequences. We are going to study three types of sequences. One is arithmetic sequence or arithmetic progression. This one you might have studied in your 10th standard. Then next is geometric progression. Geometric progression. That you might have studied in your 11th standard. Then third one is harmonic progression. Harmonic progression, that is new to you. Harmonic progression. That is new to you. Okay. So there are three kinds of sequences. One is arithmetic progression, then geometric progression, then harmonic progression. Very easy topic, and nearly some 8 to 10 questions are asked from this topic. 8 questions, minimum 8 questions are asked. Then important thing is you need to by heart the formulas, mainly what is the nth term of arithmetic progression. I'll explain what is AP for us. If you don't know, I'll explain that. But what I'm saying is what all things you need to study from this topic. Mainly you need to study what is the nth term. What is the nth term? And mainly from arithmetic and geometric. Usually they will ask, sometimes they'll ask about arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean, relation between these three, like that. Okay, so in that case, that is especially for our NDA exam, mainly they are concerned with arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean. Questions are asked on that topic. Also, mainly they'll ask what is the relation between these three, like that. Okay, so that is mainly for NDA purpose. You might not have studied that in your academic, but that is new to you. Anyway, this is an important topic because very easy to solve questions are coming from this topic. Okay, so let's see what is arithmetic progression. So tell me, what is an arithmetic sequence? AP, what is an AP? AP means it is having a common difference. Like if you are doing 1, then 4, 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. See, this is an arithmetic progression. Why? Because there is a common difference. Common difference is D here. 3 is the common difference. And we'll have a common difference in arithmetic progression. Okay, so, and this common difference is called as D. Okay, now okay, so generally we denote the first term as A or A1. First term is denoted as A or A1 or X1, anything, and subsequent terms will be denoted as A2, A3, A4, etc. Okay, so first formula from this topic is, from AP is, what is the nth term? How can we find the nth term of AP? Nth term of AP is denoted as AN, and it is given as A plus N minus 1 into D. Okay, all of you note down these formulas. So what is the nth term? You are able to see the board, right? Clear now? So,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So what is AN? AN means nth term of arithmetic sequence, that is given by A plus N minus 1 into D. Okay. Now, suppose they are asking you 20th term, A20, that is A plus 19D, 20 minus 1 into D. Okay. This is very easy. AP is easy. Then, after nth term, now what you need to know from this topic is sum of n terms. Sum of n terms of an AP. Sum of n terms of AP. That means if I am given with this AP and they are asking me to find the sum of first 4 terms. First 4 terms means I need to find sum 4. S4. Understood? So how can we write? What is the formula for Sn? Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Clear? So nth term of an arithmetic sequence, an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Then Sn, sum up to nth term. Sum up to nth term means if I'm writing S20, what I'll get? I'll get 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus etc. up to 20. Okay. So what is Sn? Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Clear? And what is a here? A is the first term, n is number of terms, then d is common difference. Common difference. Now, what if they are giving you first term and last term? Like first term is 1 and last term is 25. And they are asking you to find sum. Find the sum of this much. And this is an arithmetic sequence. If this is an arithmetic sequence, then if you are given with first and last term, it's very easy. How to find the sum? Sum is equal to Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus l. N by 2 into a plus l. So here what is a? A is the first term, L is the last term. A is the first term, L is the last term. What is n here? N means 25 is how means last term means if suppose 25 is the last term and it is the 10th term. I'm showing an example. If 25 is the 10th term of this sequence, if 25 is the 10th term of this sequence, then n is 10. So 10 by 2 into first term is 1, last term is 20. Understood. So if you are given with first and last term, just apply this formula. So please note down these formulas in your book. What is nth term of an arithmetic sequence? What is sum of an arithmetic sequence? What is sum if they are given with first and last term? First and last term. Okay, is this clear now? Now, if there are if A and B are two terms of this arithmetic sequence, if A and B are two terms of this arithmetic sequence, then what is mean? Arithmetic mean. What is arithmetic mean? Arithmetic mean. What is arithmetic mean? Arithmetic mean is equal to a plus b by arithmetic mean is equal to a plus b by 2. So it's important. They'll ask what is the relation between arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean, like that. Okay. So what is arithmetic mean? AM. AM is equal to a plus b by 2. AM is equal to a plus b by 2. Just note down that. Okay. Now I'll explain what is GP. What is GP? Geometric progression. Geometric progression. What is geometric progression? So suppose A is one term. Alright, I'm writing. If first term is 1, second term is 1 into 2, third term is 2 into 2, fourth term is 4 into 2, fifth term is 8 into 2. So see what is here. We have a common ratio, right? 2 by 1 is 2 divided by 1 is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 16 divided by 8 is 2. So what we are having, we'll have common ratio. That is geometric progression. We have a common ratio. We'll have a common ratio in case of geometric progression. Understood? So, what is arithmetic progression? Arithmetic progression means you will have a common difference. In geometric progression, we'll have a common difference. And A is the first term. A2 is the second term. Then I can write A into R is equal to A2. Or A1 into R means first term into a common ratio will give the second term. Then A2 into R will give A3. So how can I write? I can write the sequence as A into R, A into R square, A into R cube, etc. Understood? So what is the nth term of an arithmetic geometric progression? A n is equal to A r raised to n minus 1. See, if I ask A4, what is A4? A4 is A into R raised to 4 minus 1. A into R raised to 4 minus 1. AR cube. Understood? So what is the nth term of a geometric progression? AR raised to n minus 1. Nth term of a geometric progression is AR raised to n minus 1. AN is equal to AR raised to n minus 1. That is geometric progression. Now, next thing is sum of numbers of a geometric progression. Sum. What is the formula for finding sum? They are asking us to find the sum. Suppose A plus AR plus AR raised R square plus AR cube plus etc. to AR raised to N. Or N minus 1. I think they are asking us to find the sum of this arithmetic sequence means sum of n terms means how can we write sum Sn is equal to Sn is equal to A into R raised to n minus 1. A into R raised to n minus 1 by R minus 1. So this is sum of n terms of a GP. A into R raised to n minus 1 by R minus 1. This is when R is greater than 1. This is when R is greater than 1. See, if R is greater than 1 only, this will become positive, right? So that's why, understand, if R is greater than 1, we can write like this. If R is less than 1, if R is less than 1, how can we write? Just reverse that. That is, Sn is equal to A into 1 minus R raised to n by R minus 1. Okay, so by heart, what is nth term of an arithmetic sequence?
AR raised to n minus 1.
Sorry? Everyone is able to hear, no?
Yes, ma'am. AR raised to n minus 1.
Yes, ma'am.
AR
AR is 10 minus 1.
Okay, okay.
Minus 1.
Okay. See, so sum of arithmetic sequence, geometric sequence or geometric progression is given as Sn is equal to AR raised to n minus 1 by R minus 1 if R is greater than 1. Otherwise, just reverse that. Okay. But other than this formula, important formula is S infinity. Mainly they are asking S infinity. That means for an infinite series. It's going like this. What is the sum? This is mainly asked in our NDA exam. Usually, these questions, infinite series are asked. Then formula is very simple. So S infinity is equal to A by 1 minus R. A by 1 minus R. So by heart these formulas, what is geometric progression? Then it will have a common ratio. Then what is nth term of an geometric sequence? N is equal to AR raised to n minus 1. What is sum of a geometric progression? Sn is equal to A into R raised to n minus 1 by R minus 1. If R greater than 0, R less than 0, this is the condition. If they are asked to find find for an infinite series, it is S infinity is equal to A by 1 minus R. Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I'm Umesh.
Sorry, Umesh. What did you
Ma'am,
ask?
I have a doubt. The second
Yes.
equation for finding Sn term is A 1 minus Rn by 1 minus R, I think.
Yeah, 1 minus R. Sorry. Yeah, 1 minus. Sorry, reverse the numerator. Sorry, it is 1 minus R. Sorry, please correct this. This is 1 minus R.
Ma'am,
Yes, Umesh.
ma'am, I have a doubt. If any
Yes.
two terms of this sequence is given, how can we find the ratio?
You need to divide that. Suppose they are given A1, A2, A3, etc. A2 by A1.
No, ma'am, not to adjacent terms.
1 minute, 1 minute. Sorry, Umesh. Tell me what you're asking. Please ask me again. I didn't hear. Umesh,
Ma'am,
ask me again. Yes, tell
ma'am,
me.
in this in any sequence, if
Yeah.
not to any adjacent terms are given, how can we find the ratio? Not adjacent terms.
Okay. That means you're asking like they'll at least they'll give first two numbers like 1, 3 like that, and they'll give the last number. Usually they give first two terms or first three terms. Then only we'll be able to understand whether it is AP, GP, anything. Otherwise, we'll not be able to understand it is a GP or AP like that. Understood? First, when we get a question, they may not say it is a C, it is AP or GP like that. Understood? Suppose they can ask you to find the nth term of this sequence. That means they will not mention it as a GP. They'll give first three terms. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Or they'll give some information for you to find the common difference or common ratio like that. They'll give what is it is given that eighth term of AP is eighth term of this arithmetic sequence is this one, and its fifth term is this one. Find the arithmetic sequence. If they are asking like this means you are given with you are already they have said that it's an arithmetic sequence and you are given with two sentences to form two equations. Then you can get the D common difference. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
At least they will give first three terms. If they are not mentioning whether it is AP, GP or HP, they'll give three terms. Then only we will able to understand whether it is AP, GP or anything. And if we understand what is if this has an AP, then you will be able to do common difference, and using the formula of AN, you can find any term of the sequence. Okay, so usually
Okay.
they'll give first three terms. Clear?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay. Or if you corrected this formula, this is A R raised to n minus 1 by R minus 1, and this is only change is coming in the numerator. Denominator is same. Okay. 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 Next we will see what is geometric mean. What is geometric mean? Geometric mean. See, if we have x1, x2, x3, etc. This is also asked in the statistics chapter also. You will have arithmetic mean and geometric mean. That is present in the statistics chapter also. Okay. So, what is geometric mean means? If you are given with A and B, see, root of AB is the geometric mean. If two terms of AGP is A and B, then its geometric mean is root of AB. Root AB. Understood? Now, if there are n terms, usually they'll ask with only two terms. They'll give arithmetic mean of two terms is this much. They'll give geometric mean of two terms is this much. Then what is its harmonic mean? Like that questions are asked. Okay, so generally in our ND exam, they are asking with two terms, two numbers, but we can also find the geometric mean of n numbers. Okay, so how can we find? X1 into X2 into X3 into etc. up to Xn, the whole raised to 1 by n. Okay, X1 X into X2 into X3 etc. up to Xn, the whole raised. This is multiplication, whole raised to 1 by n. This is geometric mean of n terms. Understood? So usually they'll be asking based on two numbers only. Okay, now generally they're asked like that. Okay, so and study what is the nth term of a GP, sum of n terms of a GP, sum of infinite terms, then what is geometric mean. Okay, what is geometric mean? Okay, clear now?
Ma'am, ഒന്നുകൂടെ പറയാം geometric mean.
Which one? Geometric mean.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Geometric mean means if they are given with two numbers, just find if they are giving 3 and 4, geometric mean means just root of 3 into 4. Understood? But if they are giving n terms, generally not asked, but in our statistics chapter, we have geometric mean. Simple questions are asked. So that's why I'm mentioning this. Geometric mean up to n terms is just multiply them whole raised to 1 by n. How many
Okay,
terms
ma'am.
are there inside? Okay. So
Okay,
that
ma'am,
is
thanks.
geometric mean. Okay. Next is what is harmonic progression? That is new to you. Harmonic progression. They'll ask question from harmonic progression mixed with geometric and arithmetic progression. That is, if arithmetic mean is this one, geometric mean is this one, what is harmonic mean? Or if arithmetic mean and if you'll be given three means and you'll be asked to find what are the numbers, like that. Okay, we'll do such kind of questions when you do previous year questions. So understand now what is a harmonic progression and what is its mean. Okay, so harmonic progression is given is, if suppose 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. are some numbers. This belongs to what? Is it an AP or GP?
AP.
This is an AP, right? Then it's reciprocals. That is 1 by 1, 1 by 3, 1 by 5, 1 by 7. This forms an HP. This forms an HP. Understood? Suppose these numbers are in AP, their reciprocals form the HP. Understood? What is an HP?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the definition of an HP. Okay. Because these are in AP, this is in HP. Okay. Now we'll see how can we write the nth term of an HP. No need to, usually questions are not asked like what is the nth term of this HP, because this is not based on your NCERT, right? You have not studied this in your NCERT, right? 11th and 12th, we are having only AP and GP. So generally, this is asked. Special questions are asked, like repeatedly asking mean questions, like that. Okay, so HP. If this is an HP, I'm now going to write its nth term. So what is TN? TN or AN? Anything. Tn term, nth term of an HP is given as A1 A2 divided by A1 A2 divided by A2 plus A2 plus n minus 1 into A2 plus n minus 1 into A1 minus A2. This is nth term of an HP. A1 A2 divided by A2 plus n minus 1 into A1 minus A2. Okay, you don't need to no need to by heart. Usually, I have not seen questions based on this in any previous year question to find the nth term. Have not seen, but since HP is a topic, I have to mention that. That's why I mentioned have not seen any question based on this. Generally, they are asking me in questions, and that has been asked repeatedly in many exams also. So just note down nth term of HP. Just understand what is an HP. If some numbers are in AP, they're reciprocals from HP, and its nth term is given like this. Also, one property for HP is no term. Also, note down this also. Make since in your NDA exam they can ask statement questions for both 1 and 2. Like questions now, statement questions, only 1 and 2, only 1, only 2, both 1 and 2. So like that questions you can expect statement questions. So note down this point related to HP, that is no term of HP can be 0. No term of HP can be 0. No term of HP can be 0. Because 1 by 0 is infinity, right? So these things you study from HP.
Ma'am,
Yes.
GP also can't have zeros, no ma'am.
Yeah, GP also cannot have 0 because to multiply anything to get 0 means you need to have common ratio as 0 now. So GP also 0 is not possible.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now, next important thing is what is harmonic mean? What is harmonic mean of two numbers? Harmonic mean of two numbers. Very important. I have asked many times in the exams. Harmonic mean of two numbers is given as HM. Harmonic mean is equal to 2AB by A plus B. 2AB by A plus B. That is harmonic mean. That is harmonic mean. 2AB by A plus B. Okay, so note down, if we have two numbers, then arithmetic mean is A plus B by 2. Geometric mean is root AB. Harmonic mean is 2AB by A plus B. Now, what is the relation between APAM? Yes, A1 and A2 are first and second terms. Dion. Okay. Okay. Now, what is the relation between AM, GM, and HM? Or if you have noted this now, what is the relation between AM, GM, and HM? Very important. Before that, every time if you are having A and B two numbers, arithmetic mean will be greater than geometric mean will be greater than harmonic mean. Okay, arithmetic mean will be greater than geometric mean will be greater than harmonic mean. And what is the relation between them? Relation between them is g square is equal to h. G square is equal to h. Very simple questions are asked based on this formula. Like they'll give any two and you'll be asked to find the third one. Okay. So if a and b are two numbers, then arithmetic mean greater than geometric mean greater than harmonic mean, and geometric mean square is equal to arithmetic mean into harmonic mean. Okay. All of you go through the formulas. We'll start doing the problems. Start reading the question. Sorry, formulas. After that, we'll do problem.
മാം ഹാർമോണിക് മീൻ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാനുള്ള ഇക്വേഷൻ പറഞ്ഞായിരുന്നു.
എന്താണ്
ഹാർമോണിക് മീൻ
ഏതിന്റെയാ?
അല്ല, ഹാർമോണിക് പ്രോഗ്രഷന്റെ മീൻ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാനുള്ള ഫോർമുല.
2ab by a plus b.
ഓക്കെ മാം.
2ab by a plus b.
Hello, ma'am.
Shall we do the problems? Yes.
Ma'am,
Dear-
harmonic mean
yeah.
is some.
എന്താണ്? Sorry, Umesh, are you asking harmonic mean of harmonic mean?
Ma'am, harmonic mean is sum കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ?
Harmonic progressionന്റെ സമ്മോ?
ആ.
Sum കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ പറ്റും, but we need not study the formula. Sum can be found out, but formula is
Okay.
not there. Means we need not
Okay, ma'am.
study that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Dion, any doubt is there? We are unable to hear your voice. Okay. Now we'll start doing the problems. First question. Which term of series? 1 by 4, 1 by minus 1 by 2, 1, etc. is minus 128. Which term of series 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2, 1, etc. is minus 128? Options 9, 10, 11, 12. Umesh, you were asking me if they are giving first nth term, how can we get the a or r, etc. Okay, just try doing this. They have not mentioned whether it is an AP, GP or anything, but we need to check whether it is AP, GP, like that. Okay, just try what it is. Just check whether it is GP or AP. What is this? Is it an AP or GP?
GP.
GP, what is the common ratio?
-2.
Yes. That you can find out by minus 1 by 2 by 1 by 4. So you get ratio as minus 2. Then A n is equal to A r raised to n minus 1. 1 by 4 rs minus 2 raised to n minus 1. So here we are given with minus 128. Solve this.
Ma'am, is the answer 10th term?
Yeah, 10. Answer is 10. Answer is 10. This minus 128 can be written as minus 2 raised to 9, right? Minus 2 raised to 9. 64 into 2. So, no, 2 raised to not 9, no? Is this 2 raised to 9? 7. 2 raised to 7. Isn't it?
2 raised to 6.
2 raised to 6. 8 into 8, 64 into 7. Into 1 more 2, no?
Okay, 2 raised to 7.
Or you can just substitute in the substitute from the option and also check that. Okay. Okay, everyone got NS equal to 10. Substitute from the option and check.
Yes, ma'am.
Write down the next question.
മാം അതൊന്ന് സോൾവ് എങ്ങനെ 10 വന്നു
Just check from the option. But first you put 9. Or we can do like take this 4 to this side. So 4 into minus 2 raised to 7 into. Then also this is positive, no? So no. Or you minus 2 raised to 7. Here this is 4 raised to minus 1, right? So that is 1 by 2 square. So that will go up 2 raised to minus 2. Minus 2 raised to. So it's better that you put value and check because one is positive to negative. So just check from the option. Here you have minus 2 raised to 7. So put 1 by 4 minus 2 raised to 10 means you'll have 9. Minus 2 raised to 7. Okay. So are you able to see?
യെസ് മാം
I just to make that I just took a minus 1 outside. Because odd power means negative will be there. Okay. So we do the second question. What is the sum of? What is the sum of? Root 3 plus 1 by root 3 plus 1 by 3 root 3 plus etc. Identify whether it is AP, GP or anything, and this is an infinite series. So if it's GP, you have a direct formula. Just apply that. It is a GP, no? What is common ratio? 1/3.
1/3.
So S infinity is
Ma'am,
equal
is
to,
it 3 root 3/2?
yeah, 3 root 3 by
3
2.
root 3/2.
Correct. 3 root 3 by 2. 3 root 3 by 2. Clear? Write down the next question. Write down the next question. If x 2x plus 2, 3x plus 3 are first three terms of GP, find fourth term. Easy question. Go first. Yes. Finished. Got the fourth term. What did you get the first term? What did you get the first term?
Ma'am, is it -4?
Yeah. No, first what? First term is -4, correct? X is equal to -4, but what they are asking? They are asking fourth term. They are asking fourth term. How can we do this easily? This will be geometric mean of these two, no? Or otherwise you can do like A R square, A R cube. This is okay, but see, this will be geometric mean of these two terms, no? So that is root of AB is this 2x plus 2. That is 2x plus 2 is root of x into 3x plus 3. That means 2x plus 2 the whole square will be x into 3x plus 3. So open the bracket, bring everything to one side, you'll get a quadratic equation. X square plus 5x plus 4 is equal to 0. Solving this, you will get x is equal to -1 and -4. Use middle term splitting or any method. So first term is x. First term is x. Then find out r. R is equal to 2x plus 2 by x. Put minus 4 and check. 2 into minus 4 plus 2 by 2. So minus 8 plus 2. Minus 8 plus 2 minus 6 by 2 minus 3. So if A is equal to minus 4, R is equal to minus 3. So AR cube is equal to minus 4 into R cube means what is R? Minus 3, so 27.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, for R, why have you taken the denominator as 2, ma'am? Shouldn't it be negative 4?
Yes. That is a mistake. Yes, correct. So that's why I was checking. Here there should be minus 4 coming. Isn't it? No. So this is minus 3 by 4. That is 3 by 4.
Is it 3 by 4 or 3 by 2, ma'am?
I'll do again. 2. X we took as minus 4, right? Minus 4 plus 2 by x minus 4. Isn't it? So
Yes, ma'am.
minus 8 plus 2. So 6. Correct. Minus 6 by 4. So that is minus 3 by 2. Minus 3 by 2. Now substitute this. So minus 4 into minus 3 by 2. Isn't it? Q is there.
Ma'am,
Yes.
R is positive 3 by 2, right?
Yes. So minus 4 into 3q by 2. 27 by 8. So negative 27 by 2. Everyone got? Okay. So understood why we took like this? Because mean will be coming in the middle. Okay. That's why. Geometric mean will be coming here. If it was arithmetic sequence, arithmetic mean will be coming here. Understood. So write down the next question. Next question. Which term of the sequence, 20, 19, 1 by 4, 18, 1 by 2, 17, 3 by 4 is first negative term? Which term? Which term of this sequence is first negative term? Options: 27th term, 28th term, 29th term. No such term. No such term. Try. What is the nth term you are getting? This is an AP, right? What is the nth term you are getting? Pn is equal to, or An is equal to? N is equal to 20 plus n minus 1 into, what is D here? What is D here? Minus 3 by 4, right? Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what is the nth term you are getting? Nth term is 83 by 4 minus 3 by 4n. When you solve this, you will get nth term like this. N is equal to 83 by 4 minus 3n by 4. N. Isn't it? Okay. Now what they are asking first negative term, no? So negative term means 83 by 4 minus 3 by 4 n should be less than 0. So that is 83 by 4 less than 3n by 4. That is 83 less than 3n. 83 by 3 less than n. First negative term. What is 83 by 3? What is 83 by 3?
Ma'am, it's 27.6.
Yes. 27.6. That means that is 27.6 less than n. So that means 28 should come now. 28 should come now. 28, 27 terms cannot be decimal, right? First term, second term, like that we say, no? So that means if we need to we get a negative number when n is greater than 27.6, right? This can be rewritten as n greater than 27.6, isn't it? That means first negative number should be 28th term, isn't it? Option B.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just to understand, n greater than, if n is greater than 27.6, we are getting a negative value because we have assumed from here it's a negative value. Okay, so our answer is 28th term. Now write down the next question. Is it clear for everyone? Any doubts?
No doubts, ma'am.
Okay. Arjun? Okay. Anas? Clear now? Okay. Write down the next question. The 59th term of an AP is 449. 449 term is 59. 59th term of an AP is 449. 449th term is 59. Then which term is equal to 0? Which term is equal to 0? Options: 501st term, 502nd term, 508th term, 509th term. Just do this and take a break. Take a 10 minutes break and come back. Okay. All of you take a break and come. All of you got 5 out 8. Option C.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What did you get for D?
-1.
Anybody else to get? Anybody? Okay. You'll get DS -1 AS 507. Then when you substitute for AN, you'll get NS equal to 508. Now write down the next question. If x square y square z square are in AP, then y plus z, z plus x, x plus y are in AP, HP, GP, none of this. See the question. If x square, y square and z square are in AP, then y plus z, z plus x, x plus y are in AP, HP, GP or none of this. Okay, how will you proceed in this question? How will you proceed? Just see if you are going to try if with this thing we will not reach anywhere. So let's we know that AP and HP have relation, right? AP and HP have relation. So we'll check whether if we take this as HP, whether it satisfy the condition. Okay, so suppose so now I'm assuming, or let us take, let y plus z plus x plus y be in HP. I'm just assuming this is in HP. Just assuming, because we know that AP and HP is having relation. So I'm just assuming y plus z plus x and x plus y are in HP. Okay, then how can I write the geometric mean? Geometric mean z plus x is equal to 2 into y plus z into x plus y by y plus z plus x plus y. Isn't it? Understanding what I'm trying to say? Or did you understand what I'm trying to say? See,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
they are
ma'am.
given this is an AP and they are asking this belongs to which, that is whether AP, HP or GP. So I'm just assuming this is in HP. So what I can write, geometric mean is equal to 2AB by A plus B. So Z plus X is equal to 2 into this by this plus this. Now just cross multiply. Z plus X into 2y plus Z plus X is equal to 2 into y plus Z into X plus Y. Just open the brackets and tell me what you're getting. Open the brackets. Are you getting Z plus Z square plus X square is equal to 2y square? Just tell me whether you are getting Z square plus X square is equal to 2y square. Just open the brackets. Umesh, understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
So z square plus x square is equal to 2y square. If you're getting this means what we can say, x square, y square, z square are in AP. So we got the first condition, right? This condition we got now. So our assumption is correct. This belongs to HP. If anybody is having doubt means ask me, okay?
മാം സെക്കൻഡ് ലാസ്റ്റ് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് മനസ്സിലായില്ല.
Ido.
ആ സെക്കൻഡ് ലാസ്റ്റ് അതിന്റെ സ്റ്റെപ്പ് അല്ല, സെക്കൻഡ് ലാസ്റ്റ്.
This one or no?
അതല്ല അതല്ല.
Just open bracket open cheya. Baki terms ellam cancel out. We'll have only z square plus x square. And this side we'll have 2y square. I'm just opening the bracket. Open the bracket. Multiply 2yz plus z square plus xz plus 2xy plus xz plus x square. This side you'll get this. And in this side you'll get 2 into xy plus y square plus xz plus xz plus zy. zy. Now all the terms will get cancelled. Only what will remain is 2y square and 2y square and x square plus z square. Cancel from both sides. Okay.
ഓക്കെ മാം. ഓക്കെ മാം.
Okay, now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the one thing I'll give you some questions for homework from AP. I'll write these questions here. Just try and give me the answers tomorrow. And I have to explain complex number, that cube root of unity now. That's why. So I'll write some questions on the board. Just copy down and give me the answers tomorrow. Okay. In an AP, nth term is 1 by n, and nth term is 1 by m. What is m in the questions? 1 by mn, m by n, m by n.
Ma'am, can you repeat the first question?
In an AP, mth term is 1 by n, nth term is 1 by m. What is m nth term? M nth term. 1 by mn, m by n by m, 1. Options. Next question. The sum of an infinite GP is 6 if sum of first two terms is 9 by 2.
Hello, ma'am.
Of an infinite, yes, Anas.
Aditya is asking invite.
Okay. Invite. Is it Aditya S?
Yeah, Aditya's.
No, ma'am. I think Adityan Srikumar. ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ
Okay.
തന്നെ ഉണ്ട്.
Okay. 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 I am here only. Okay, right now. Have you answered yesterday's question paper? Questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I didn't get 4 questions.
Yesterday's.
Yesterday's.
Okay. It is with Sir. I'll ask him to give. Okay. All others complete that assignment and send to Sir. Okay. Okay, for tomorrow, complete these questions and tell me the answer. Some more questions I'll give from previous year question papers tomorrow. Okay. As of now, you answer these many questions and give me tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Please copy down. After that, I'll explain you what is cube root of unity.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Can I rub this? All of you have written. Can I rub? Okay, the one thing, all show me the video. Okay, Anirudh, okay, Anas, okay. Joel, where is book? Okay. Shahansha, okay. Adarsh, okay. Okay. Dion, okay. Akshay, okay. Aditya? Yeah. Okay. Okay, Navneet. Aditya's Edwin. Edwin Dilip, okay. Arjun R. Okay. Arjun Shailesh, okay. Advait Krishna, okay. Ashwin J. Vivek, okay. Arjun Shailesh. Arjun Shailesh. Okay. Okay, we'll see complex number. Okay, this was the topic that we didn't discuss in complex number. It's important topic. See, cube root of unity. Cube root of unity. I just mentioned cube root of unity are 1 comma omega comma omega square, isn't it? These are the cube roots of unity, and omega cube is equal to 1. 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. These many things we study. Now, what is the value of this omega and omega square? That is what I am going to teach. Okay. See, cube root of unity, how we are finding means x cube minus 1 equal to 0. This is how you will find cube root of unity. We need cube root of unity. That means x is equal to cube root of 1. This is what we need to find. Okay. I can solve this as x minus 1 into x square plus x plus 1. Shall I write this like this? If I factorize x cube minus 1, I'll be getting like this. Okay. Understand? If it is a cubical equation, how many roots will be there? 3 roots will be there. Okay. So I need to get 3 roots from this. First one is x is equal. That is here, 1. Understood. Next one I need to get from this. X square plus x plus 1. I need to factorize this. Then only I'll get the other 2 roots. So here we can follow minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So here b square minus 4ac will become 1 square minus 4 into 1 into 1, isn't it? So that is 1 minus 4 minus 3. Root of minus 3 will come here, no? So that I can write as root 3i, isn't it? So minus b means minus 1 plus or minus root 3i by 2a. 2. So these are the other two roots. What are they? Minus 1 plus root 3i by 2 minus 1 minus root 3i by 2. Isn't it? So what are the cube roots of unity? One root is 1. The other two roots are these two. Isn't it? So I am calling this one as omega, this one as omega square. These are the values of omega and omega square. Understood? So this thing you need to by heart. By heart means now need to study this derivation. I'm telling you need to study what this box as well as what is the value of omega and omega square. Understood? Unless, Anirudh, is it clear now?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So note down, just note down what is 1 plus omega square, that's all 0. Then what is omega, what is the value of omega and what is the value of omega square. And you'll be having problems based on this. Yesterday we saw one problem, no? Rise to 2019. One question was there. I plus root 3 by 2 the whole raised to 29 plus I minus root 3 by 2 the whole raised to 2019. Okay, so that question is based on this. Okay, so in that question they have given I plus root 3 by 2, something like this, and I minus root 3 by 2. Remember?
Ma'am, you divided 2019 by 4. Why?
Sorry?
Ma'am, you divided 2019 by 4 and you put remainder and
We got like this, isn't it? In that question we got like this. So Anas,
ma'am, you divided 2019 by 4.
okay, I divided yesterday. That means because I raised to 4 is 1. So in order to simplify 2019, I did that.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll get I raised to 4 into 2016 will be coming now. That means 504. Sorry, 504 plus remaining you will have 3i cube. Understood? This 2019 can be written like this now. I raised to 4 into 504 into I cube.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, then omega plus omega square. I'm not remembering that question. We'll have 1 and 1 here. Omega raised to 2019 and omega square raised to 2019. We had this one inside the bracket. I'll write properly. No problem. See, yesterday's question, we reached this much. I raised to 2019 into omega raised to 2019 plus omega square raised to 2019. And for simplifying this one, because I raised to 4 is 1. So that's why I wrote it as 1 I raised to 4 into 5 not 4 into I cube will be there. So only I cube will be there here. This omega cube is equal to 1. 2019 goes in 3's table, no? So this will become 1 plus 1. So what is I cube minus I? And 1 plus 1 is 2. So our answer was 2 minus 2i. Option D, I think. Remember?
Okay.
Okay, anyway, you need to study this val cube root of unity because problems are asked. I'll show one more question. Have you written omega and omega square? What values? Now I'll give a question, do that. What is the value of minus 1 plus I root 3 the whole raised to 48? What is the value of minus 1 plus I root 3 the whole raised to 48? Options 1, 2, 2 raised to 24, 2 raised to 48. Just do first. Simple question 2. Got the answer? Did you get the answer? 2 raised to 48. Simple question, no? Got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Simple. So, if you get this any form related to minus 1 plus I root 3 like that, any form you're getting like this means convert that to omega. Okay. I'll give one more question. Write down the question. What is the square root of? What is the square root of? What is the square root of? It's a previous year NBA question. What is the square root of 1 by 2 minus I root 3 by 2? What is the square root of 1 by 2 minus I root 3 by 2? Just try this. How can we do this? We need to find the square root. I'm assuming this as x minus iy. I'm just assuming this as x minus iy. Then I'm taking the square on both sides. So 1 by 2 minus I root 3 by 2 is equal to x minus iy the whole square. What I'll get? 1 by 2 minus I root 3 by 2 is equal to x square minus 2ixy minus y square. Because this I square will become minus 1. So minus y square. Okay, now you compare the real and imaginary part. 1 by 2 is equal to x square minus y square. This part is we are comparing. Root 3 by 2 is equal to xy. Root 3 by 2 is equal to 2xy. Root 3 by 2 is equal to 2xy. So I am just trying to remove this root. X square plus y square the whole square is equal to x square minus y square the whole square plus 4x square y square. Nothing just a plus b the whole square is equal to a minus b the whole square plus 4ab. Remember this we have used in quadratic equation. That means how can we convert a minus b the whole square to a plus b the whole square? That's what I am applying here. So this one I'll get as, you need to solve this equation and this equation together. X square minus y square we have 1 by 2. On squaring it will become 1 by 4 plus 4 into x square y square. So that is x by y, xy I can write it as root 3 by 4. So on squaring I'll get 3 by 4 square. So 16. So I'll have 4. So I'll get 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. So that is 1. So x square plus y square the whole square. I'll get as 1.
It's not 16, it's root 3 by 2.
Sorry?
2xy is equal to root 3 by 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
2xy is equal to root 3 by 2. I took that 2 to this side.
Okay, ma'am.
Xy is equal to root 3 by 2. I took here. Xy is equal to root 3 by 4. Okay. So what I have now? I have now x square plus, shall I write here? What I have is,
The square of 2xy also 4x square y square.
yeah, I just substituted for x square y square from here.
Okay.
Or you can do that also. 4xy,
Okay.
the square means you will directly get this.
Okay.
Anyway, you have get 3 by 4 here. So our two equations are x square plus y square is equal to 1 and x square minus y square is equal to half. This equation we got here and another equation we have here. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll get for x square 3 by 4, y square 1 by 4. So x is plus or minus root 3 by 2. Y is plus or minus 1 by 2. Isn't it? So what was our equation? X minus iy was the square root, no? In the beginning we wrote like that. X minus iy is the square root. So x is plus or minus root 3 by 2 minus I into y is plus or minus 1 by 2. So what is my square root? Square root is plus or minus root 3 by 2 minus I by 2. This is a previous year question. What was the question? Question was to find out cube root of 1 by 2, square root of 1 by 2 minus I root 3 by 2. Just write down in your book. Is it clear? Write down the next question. What is the value of minus 1 plus root of minus 3 by 2 the whole raised to 29 plus minus 1 minus root of minus 3 by 2 whole raised to 29. Tell me, what is this? Simple question, no? When I taking this negative outside, it will become I. Taking the outside, it will become I. So this is nothing but omega isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is omega raised to 27 into omega square. This is, how can we write? 2 into 29. 58 will come now. 58. So you'll have omega raised to 57 into omega. So what? This become 1. So 1 into omega square. This also become 1. So here omega. So this is what we need to find. We know that 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. So what is omega plus omega square? Omega plus omega square is equal to minus 1. Understood? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any doubts from today's class? Just go through. Tell me if you have any
No,
doubt.
ma'am.
Ma'am, yesterday's question paper,
No,
22nd
ma'am.
question.
No, ma'am.
Amal, what are you
Yesterday's
asking?
question paper, 22nd question.
22nd. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, Amal, inside that we have tan inverse x minus y by x, x minus y by 1 plus xy. If we divide that entire thing by 2 by 5, that means I didn't check the answer. I'm just telling a method. I'll try and say the answer tomorrow. I'm just saying a method. That is 5 minus 2 tan root x by 2 plus 5 tan root x. Suppose we are dividing this by 5. What will get 1 minus 2 by 5 tan root x by 2 by 5 plus tan root x, isn't it? If I am dividing inside throughout by 5, so this is x minus y by 1 plus xy, isn't it? No.
2 divide 2
If you are dividing with 2 means 5 by 2 will come here. Okay. So 5 by 2 here, tan x here, 1 plus 5 by 2, correct. So this is x minus y by 1 plus xy. X minus y by 1 plus xy, right? So tan 5 by 2, isn't it? This is tan of x minus y by 1 plus xy. So what is our x's? 5 by 2, y is tan root x. So outside this we have tan inverse. So that means we have tan inverse of, no. Oh, only this much is there. So tan inverse, okay, this is tan inverse 5 by 2 minus, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then just take dy by dx. What is the derivative of tan inverse x?
1 by 1 plus xy.
Tan inverse of 5 by root 2 minus tan inverse of root x. അങ്ങനെയാണ് എഴുതാം.
Okay, we cannot split that, no?
ഇല്ലേ പറ്റില്ല.
ഇല്ല. Because this is an angle, no? The expansion for this is this one. അല്ലേ? നമ്മളോട് ഇപ്പോൾ tan inverse of x minus y ചോദിച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? That is അങ്ങനെയല്ലേ ചെയ്യാം?
Yeah. അല്ല മാം ടാൻ എക്സ് പ്ലസ് ടാൻ വൈനെയാണ് ഈ ആൻസർ കിട്ടുന്നത്. ടാൻ എക്സ് പ്ലസ് ടാൻ വൈ ഇസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു ടാൻ ഇൻവേഴ്സ് എക്സ് പ്ലസ് വൈ ബൈ 1 മൈനസ്.
Yes. Yes, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y.
അപ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ടാൻ ഇൻവേഴ്സ് 5/2
so we can do. ശരിയാ. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y ആണ് tan inverse x minus tan inverse y ആണ് tan inverse x minus y by, okay. So tan inverse 5/2 minus tan inverse ആണ് ഫോർമുല തിരിഞ്ഞു പോയതാ. Okay, അപ്പോൾ പറ്റും. This tan and tan will go. So this will, when we take dy by dx, this will become 0 minus this will become derivative of this, that is 1/2 root x. Okay, minus 1/2 root x.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, അപ്പം ഈ ഫോം കാണുമ്പോൾ നമുക്കത് ഐഡന്റിഫൈ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റണം. x minus y by 1 plus xy ആണെന്ന്. സോ അത് ഡയറക്റ്റ് അല്ല കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. എപ്പോഴും ചോദിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റൻ ആണ്, കാരണം യൂഷ്വലി ഡയറക്റ്റ് ചോദിക്കാറില്ല. അത് നമ്മൾ ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്ത് ഡയറക്റ്റ് ഫോമിൽ ആക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇവിടെ വെച്ച് തിരിഞ്ഞുപോയി. ടാൻ ഇൻവേഴ്സ് പ്ലസ് ടാൻ ഇൻവേഴ്സ് y അല്ലേ? tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy. ബാക്കി ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് നിങ്ങൾ അസൈൻമെന്റ് ആയിരിക്കും നമുക്ക് ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാം ഒരു ക്ലാസ്.
ഓക്കെ മാം.
ടുമോറോ ലോഗരിതം ആൻഡ് ബൈനറി നമ്പേഴ്സ് എടുക്കാനാണ് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. ദെൻ 3D കൂടി റിമൈനിങ് 3D. ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ താങ്ക് യു.
താങ്ക് യു മാം.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
താങ്ക് യു.